What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to deal with a disrespectful person. A lot of times we have people in our lives that are very disrespectful, and we oftentimes don't really know how to deal with those people, or even we can't even tell whether that person is disrespectful or not because we don't know what the signs are. So we can't even tell if that person is being disrespectful or if that's just how they are. So here is some ways to help you guys based on my own understanding and experience, personal life experience, and my studies in psychology that will personally help you to deal with such individuals. The first thing is, one way of dealing with them is to set proper and firm boundaries. You cannot afford to have no boundaries with such individuals because the nature of someone who's disrespectful is that they will violate every single boundary that you have. And so you have to make sure that your yes is yes and your no is no. And lo and behold, that's mentioned in the Bible where Jesus talks about it on the Sermon on the Mount. Make sure that you also don't compromise on your non-negotiables. A lot of people feel afraid to not do that, right? So they want to just keep compromising in order for them to be liked by others. But in reality, what you're not realizing is every single time you compromise on your own boundaries, you are giving a piece of yourself to that individual without them even deserving it. And what that person's going to do is they're going to keep taking more and more and more and more until there's literally nothing left of you, right? So that's one way of dealing with them, is set proper and firm boundaries. The second thing is to limit your time with them. Try to understand, why are you hanging out with that individual? Are they a coworker? Are they a family member? Are they a friend? Who are they? What is your relationship to that individual? Because sometimes you're going to have to be around that person if it is unavoidable to do that. So you might as well just figure out what their relationship is to you and make sure that if it's unavoidable that you only communicate to them in the most simple and transactional ways possible and nothing further than that. So don't engage too much in emotional topics with them. Just keep it straight to the point, factual, anecdotal, non-emotional, so that way you protect yourself from that person, because believe it or not, people who are disrespectful will suck up your energy and they will suck up your joy. And that's the last thing you want to happen to you. And I hope that you are able to help yourself to be away from people like that, so that way they don't take advantage of you. Okay? Alright, and the third and last thing you should probably do is build a better judgment of character in yourself. Make sure you do that by avoiding toxic people. So learn to spot the different traits that toxic people display. And another way to do that is for you to build your self-esteem up and to detoxify a lot of the thoughts that you have in your own mind. Because chances are, if you're constantly dealing with disrespectful people, it's because ultimately it comes back to you, which means that you don't respect yourself in the first place. And that's why you're tolerating people who are disrespectful to you. You might think, I'm not doing that. How do you know I'm doing that? Well, it's because you're not aware of it. If you are not someone who does that, then you wouldn't be attracting toxic people in your life in the first place. But if you do respect yourself and you treat yourself kindly, then you wouldn't allow people who don't treat you kindly to enter your life. So make sure you are loving yourself, not in a sense that's narcissistic and self-obsessed like how we're taught in today's society, but appropriately, right? Because there's a limit where you have to also allow others to love you. You can't just be in love with yourself. You can only love yourself to the extent where you can do it, and then the other part is you have to allow good people to love you. That's how self-esteem works. It doesn't work by either having others love you all the time or by you loving yourself all the time. There is a 50-50 relationship with that. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and make sure that you guys are treating yourself respectfully, that you are loving yourself, and most importantly, if you found this video to be helpful, make sure to subscribe, that you comment, that you like this video, and that you share it with others, so that way the algorithm can push it out into other areas of YouTube. And I have also included my PayPal, my Patreon, and my Venmo. If you guys feel led to support me financially with whatever is on your heart, feel free to do that. I'm trying to make this channel grow bigger. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.